All right. Good morning out there. Blessed with the rains this morning. All right, I got plenty of notes today. Front and back. Two ripped pieces. Bunch of shit. All right. One of the things I was watching the Grinch movie last night, as well as thinking about these caves that are associated with like yogis, and thinking the Grinch is in a cave, but it's like in the it's like not such a positive thing. Like when I think about the yogis in the cave, it is a positive thing. I'll get into that in a minute. Oh, System of a Down. They got a track, and I think the lyrics go like, "Don't get stuck in the sky when you're high." I was just reminded of that yesterday because it's interesting how we can get stuck in well, I mean, me personally, I could get stuck in like a state of being upset or something. And like, even though I don't want to feel like that, I can't like get out of that somehow sometimes. Or at least that's been my experience for sure. It's like when I want to get out, I can't. It's fucking just weird. And so yesterday, I ended up not smoking. Well, made it to the evening like I was trying to do. Put these notes in there. Yeah, that was my big goal yesterday, was to not smoke through the day and just smoke in the evening. And, yeah, it worked out. When I got home, it was like I was triggered into into like an unconscious state where I was like not as conscious, and I didn't realize till later that it was because usually I'm fucking baked and I'm trying to like sort things out, not so baked. And it ended up being just fine. Like I got out of it pretty quickly, but yeah, I couldn't even realize in the moment that not smoking weed had a little something to do with it. Just try to learn some of those techniques in a new way. Yeah, blessed by the rains. It's coming down a little harder. First time I did a meditation in the rain, I just couldn't believe how amazing it was. And my mind is like, don't even go out there. Don't even go out there, motherfucker. I experienced that a few times, and this morning, though, I was like, I couldn't wait to get out into the rain. As soon as I knew it was raining a little bit, so much excitement, just because it was so fucking lovely the last time. And that's neat to see that the fucking idea my mind had about it has changed so quickly. Good morning out there. Got some wet notes. Some good shit, though. Oh, I was fucking just really dissecting the Grinch movie last night. So fucking amazing, that's for sure. I'll get to that Grinch shit in a second. One thing, I wrote down to just the struggle is real. Like, I don't know if it's a fucking daily struggle, for sure, but I mean, it seems like daily, and if we don't consciously acknowledge it, then that's just like hiding from it, and it fucking builds up. So, when the struggle comes, embrace that shit. Just fucking hunker down or whatever the fuck you do when it's struggle time, and get through that shit and embrace it. this Kevin Gates guy. I've been seeing a few of his things lately, and definitely like this inspirational place he's coming from. He's like, get the fuck up every day type shit. He just cusses a lot, has that energy about it, and yeah, I'm digging that. Yeah, with not smoking yesterday, definitely was like a little more suffering type shit. Like, the masters will speak of this suffering, and it was a little more present yesterday for sure. And I was reminded of it in a way because complacency, complacency happens, and yeah, when I was not smoking as much marijuana yesterday, and things are a little tougher, and just really reminded that, yeah, shit's tough sometimes. Better appreciate the good shit, Better not get complacent. Okay, this grinch shit, let's see here. So we'll start out with so it says something about the Grinch feels safe in his cave alone. He's hiding. Let's see. And then oh yeah, one of the first things I noticed is he's talking to that dude with all the Christmas decorations, and he's telling him about the big tree, and the Grinch is just like, what the fuck is it? Oh, the Grinch thinks the tree being 3 times the size is ridiculous. And in that, the Grinch gets happiness. So you see the Grinch really fucking smile. And it's just he's genuinely happy in thinking that other people are ridiculous. And so that's an interesting thing to start with. And then, what was it? Oh yeah, then when he sees the tree coming across, he gets filled with this rage or something, he's pissed about it, and then he has this thought to fuck it up, and then the happiness comes back. Or maybe it's not the happiness all the way, but it's this idea of fucking with others, he's all about it. So that's interesting. And then he's making up how he's gonna fuck with everybody, and he's looking at gingerbread houses, and all of a sudden he actually likes it, and you can see it's the child inside him is smiling about these gingerbread houses, and but then he quickly is no, I don't like gingerbread houses. I don't like Christmas, fuck that. And then just continues with his plans of trying to fuck up Christmas. And so then this fucking reindeer he tries to get to help him fuck things up. Seems like that reindeer dude brings some love into his life or something, he starts to care about it. He sees it with his family and shit, and that's the seed of love or some shit. And then yeah, I didn't really watch a whole much more and analyze a bunch more, but I figured that seed of love, just slowly fucking grows until he wants to fucking help everybody have a good Christmas and not give it back and all that shit. Just a great show. I love that shit. Fuck, rainy as hell out here. Had a bunch of notes to talk about. The difference of the yogi cave versus the Grinch cave. My mind is a little spacey now. I guess I'm done with all that note shit. Second day of the work week. something comes to me. What the fuck? Nothing. Yeah, I love the idea of the daily practice. Definitely experienced the fucking. Gotta do that shit daily. Even if I can't make it out here, then I gotta, like, keep it conscious in my mind. But it's fucking very peaceful when I do that. Alright, can't think of much to say, so I'll get this shit underway or whatever. Rainy as fuck around here. Best time to be out and doing meditation. Oh, the rain is such a blessing. Really starting to come down now. Make sure my phone doesn't get too fucked up. Try to do this shit without ruining my goddamn phone. Haven't been blessed with a rain this hard since I've been doing my meditation, so really stoked. Been doing it for like 8 months and maybe outdoors for like 2 months, maybe 2.5 or something. Had a light rain one time and geez, like I tried to talk myself out of it the whole time. When I finally got outside, best fucking meditation ever. It's one of those fucking illusionary walls. But I broke through that bitch. And when I saw it was raining today, there was no illusionary wall, just excitement. Totally stoked to get out here. It was only sprinkling, but now it started fucking really coming down, and jeez, so lucky. My lucky day. I had a bunch of shit to talk about, but it's not flowing. What's up out there? Yeah, I've been put a new song out a week or so ago, Fear Hunter. Check that out if you're bored. I'm just trying to do collabs with some of my favorite folks on YouTube. You know, without their permission, just throw on that remix shit, collab their shit. But it's fucking fun. I'm loving that shit. Pretty much, not too much of the meditation left today. Do another set of push-ups. Basically be done. Wait about five or 10 minutes. See if anything comes to my mind. Or the lack of my mind, I should say. Just reminded of the tree. Just how alive the trees are and what a joy it is to be in their presence and to observe them. Huge ass forest fires here in Washington right now around the Olympic Forest. If the rains are fucking getting over there, but that would be fucking nice. Definitely losing a lot of nice trees over there. A nice little willow tree right here behind me. Yeah, the reason I call myself willow tree nowadays is like, when I was young, there was this big ass willow tree that I would climb all the time at my house. One of those ones with like long, slender, green leaves, yellow in the whatever. But like one morning I was having a meditation and I thought about that fucking willow tree and it made me very sad. And so I chose not to think about it, but it was an unconscious choice. And so as I'm in my meditation, like, you know, a minute, two later, I realized, what the fuck, that was not my, you know, that wasn't a conscious choice, like, so it wasn't my choice because it wasn't conscious. And I was like, so I'm going to try to fucking feel that. It was sadness. It was fucking hella sadness about that willow tree that I would climb. Because I want that back, you know? So I chose to feel it again, and in feeling it, I realized that it was more of an acknowledgement. Like, I'd never really even acknowledged the presence of that fucking willow tree, and that it was alive, and that I played with it, and maybe it, and, you know, was there in the experience with me, and like, once I thought of all that, it was just like tears just started streaming down, and, man, it was, the masters talk about emptying yourself. That day I was empty, for sure, that morning, for a little while, like, it was a fucking amazing feeling. And I just, like, my soul connected with that tree or something, like, I don't know. There was, like, I remember the name was, like, it was associating with me or something, or whatever. I was, like, liking it and wanting it, or I kept telling myself, nope, no fucking way, because I have this funny thing where I, like, love names and always be changing my name to whatever the fuck I want. But I was like, no, I'm not going to do that again because, you know, it's like, I don't know, people aren't used to it as much or something, but, so I ignored it, and then, sure enough, you know, the spirit world fucking pushed it on me and made me see through certain perspectives that, yeah, you already, you know, this is what it is, man, go with the flow. So I did. Shit, half an hour in. Yeah, probably have to wrap it up here in a minute or two. Get ready for work. Selling legal weed out of Washington. Okay, I'm reminded of one quick thing, real quick. This fucking I was asking the difference between like a yogi cave and like an illusionary cave or something. A cave made out of your own illusion. This would be like the opposite of this yogi cave. And it was talking about that one dude's cave. I don't know. I can't remember his name. Maybe it starts with a P. But you know, it's that thing you see where there's like people holding up shit to cast shadows down in this lower section of the cave, and then the people in the lower section. That's their reality. Is the shadows. And so it was talking about this illusionary cave. Like at some point, you seek the forms that are casting the shadows, and I just fucking love that idea. That's fucking badass. I was viewing these caves as the opposite ends of the spectrum, and say that one does like think, what the fuck are the shadows being cast from? And they go journeying to find that, and they see the forms, or you know, whatever. They're going to search for the forms, and maybe getting out of that cave. Also, when I've seen it as an underground cave, which is interesting. You know, like it seemed like it was on the surface, not on a mountain. But when we get out of that cave, maybe you're on the surface, and then from there, you can kind of navigate your way to the mountain that needs to be climbed, which is a task. You know, that's why it's a mountain. And then, yeah, the cave at the top should be the fucking opposite. Here's one interesting thing, is like, the second day I was doing a meditation in my yard, I heard a car coming, and I fucking ran back in my house. It was seriously like, it was like a reaction. I definitely like learned a lot that day, but I was like, why the fuck did I run back in my house? I didn't want somebody to see me because it's not normal to be out in your fucking yard in the morning. What? That's fucking whack, bro. So, the next time, took a little more nerves, but I just stayed put when they drove by. This time, I don't give a fuck. They should be out in their yard in the rain, you know? Hope some of you folks make it out into the yard in the mornings. Yeah, mine's a little blank. I think I gotta do my last set of push-ups, push the body a little more, and fucking go get dried up and ready to sell weed. Just the fucking joy, though, being out in the rain. Seriously recommend it if you haven't done it. Get your ass up early. On a rainy day, get the fuck out in the rain. Just sit in it. Just be there, listening and breathing and just being, you know. You might as well push the body while you're out there. One thing I got early on out of pushing the body was the silence of the mind. A silence that only came from pushing the body to its limits. And then that silence gets furthered, like, you know, pushing the body to its limits, silences it to a degree, and then, like, I spoke earlier of, like the willowtree thing was, like, me maybe releasing an emotion, or I don't fucking know, but, you know, that brought the silence about even more so. That was great silence then. I think that was it. I've experienced it a few times. Not many, though, that degree of silence, or complete silence. It's fucking great. Alright, this rainy ass fucking morning. Loving it. Alright, that's it for the physical shit. I'll do a little more talking. Without getting my phone fucking soaked. Definitely sitting in a fucking puddle of water, but it's not bad. So, if you're out there and it's raining at your place, might as well get your ass out there in the rain. Because it's fucking great. Still plenty of time. And I'll be out here trying to do this as often as I can, so tune in if you want. Shit, what else? Probably try to do a collab on that 21 Pilots track. The Contract. Yeah, shit's hella good. Definitely gonna try to redo that fucking Illicit one. Be Nobody. That shit's so good. Well, fucking subscribe if you haven't. Fucking anytime, throw out the questions. Spiritual, what the fuck ever. You know, throw my perspective on it. My mind's pretty fucking blank though, so it's time to go. Blessings out there. Enjoy your day, my friends.